dropped it casually. My friend's boyfriend always texts back in 5 minutes. My brother said he could fix that for me. You should learn to be like him. And you felt it, the sting of competition. Welcome to your night's closure, your sanctuary of calm. No images, no noise, just my voice, guided by intentionally crafted phrases and insights, gently sharing affirmations and stories for your quiet mind. So lie back, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and allow peace to unfold naturally as you rest. If this space speaks to you, like and subscribe now. Or, if you're already deep in focus, let it wait. Come back when the moment feels right. In relationships, comparison is a quiet weapon. A casual comment here, a subtle hint there, and before you know it, you're measuring yourself against an invisible standard. An idealized other who only exists in passing remarks. Imagine David, who loved Sarah with all his heart. He sent thoughtful messages, planned surprise dates, and listened when she needed to vent. Yet every time Sarah mentioned her friend Marcus, how attentive he was, how romantic, David felt a knot tighten in his chest. Marcus sent flowers every week, she'd say. Wouldn't it be nice if someone did that for me? David told himself he was overreacting. But each hint chipped away at his confidence. He found himself texting more urgently, planning bigger gestures, trying to prove he could match someone who wasn't even part of their story. The power play was subtle. Sarah never asked him to compete, but her comments invited him into a silent contest. You might recognize the pattern. It begins with an offhand comparison. My ex used to do this. My cousin's partner never forgets anniversaries. That guy at work says the sweetest things. Each remark probes your self-worth, planting a seed of doubt. Am I enough? Can I measure up? This is subtle manipulation, comparison as emotional leverage. You aren't being openly criticized, yet you feel compelled to step up, to excel, to outperform an unseen rival. The result isn't healthier love. It's performance anxiety in your relationship. You give more, stress more, and lose sight of your authentic self. Let's return to David. One evening, Sarah gifted him a book she said Marcus had recommended. She praised Marcus's taste, then handed the book to David with a soft, "Hope you enjoy it as much as he did." David forced a smile, but inside he burned with inadequacy. He dove into the book, wrote lengthy notes, and presented them the next day, only to hear another comparison about how Marcus's insights had been spot on. In that moment, David realized he'd lost himself in her silent game. He wasn't sharing ideas. He was chasing approval. His joy in the book turned into a checklist. Did I measure up today? Pause now. Breathe in and out. Notice any tightness in your chest as you recall moments you've been compared. Allow that tension to soften. Comparison pushes you off balance. It's a shadow that shifts with every remark. You deserve steadiness, an invitation to be yourself, not someone else's benchmark. Affirm softly, I am worthy on my own terms. I give from joy, not obligation. My value is not defined by comparison. Let these words settle within you. Your calm self-worth is your anchor. And in the next part, we'll explore how that comparison escalates into emotional pressure and how you can reclaim your center. In the quiet that follows her comparison games, you begin to chase approval in ever-shifting patterns. One day, she praises your spontaneity. The next, she longingly recalls how her friend planned every detail. You reach out with grand gestures, then pull back, hoping to spark her genuine interest. And she rewards you, only when you play by her silent rulebook. This is intermittent reinforcement in action, a relationship pattern borrowed from behavioral psychology, where rewards come unpredictably, making you chase them all the more. One compliment feels like a golden ticket. Days of praise keep you hooked. Then silence. Then a casual thanks for understanding. And you're right back on the carousel, craving her next approval. Think of David again. After racing to match Marcus's perfect date stories, he tried a new approach. Unexpected gestures, a handwritten letter, an impromptu picnic under fairy lights. Sarah's response was electric. She lit up, praised his creativity, and called him thoughtful. That high kept David energized for days. But when he reverted to routine, her tone shifted. "You used to be so fun." He scrambled to recreate the spark, overthinking every move. This cycle of highs and lows deepens your investment. You learn to read her mood swings as cues for your next move. Your own self-worth becomes tangled in her intermittent signals, sometimes bright, sometimes distant, always just out of reach. Layered on top of intermittent reinforcement is emotional tethering, building small rituals that feel innocuous but anchor you emotionally. A good morning text, a shared playlist, a weekend brunch tradition. Each becomes a bond, tightening your commitment strand by strand. You exchange vulnerability, her childhood stories, her secret fears, and you open your heart in return. But where genuine intimacy heals, this tethering manipulates. It creates obligations wrapped in care. It binds your emotions to her unpredictable pattern. Pause here, breathe in and out. Notice how routines that once felt innocent now carry silent expectations. Affirm softly, "I recognize my heart's tethering. I choose connections rooted in consistency, not fluctuation. My emotions are not currency to be spent." David's turning point came on a late-night drive after Sarah went silent for 3 days. He replayed her words, her smile, her compares. Instead of planning another surprise, he sat in stillness and asked himself, "Am I driving toward her love or away from my own peace?" He called her simply, "I care about you, but I don't want to live for your approval. I need stability." His honesty cut through the pattern. Sarah hesitated, her familiar cycle disrupted. In that moment, David reclaimed his center, stepping off her emotional roller coaster. Emotional leverage loses its power when you refuse to play along, when you see each compliment and withdrawal as data, not destiny, when you break the loop by choosing your own rhythm. Steady breaths instead of frantic gestures. Stay here a moment longer. Let the insights weave into your own story. You deserve love that's steady, not sporadic. You deserve presence, not power plays. And as you breathe, sense a new freedom. To give without chasing, to connect without tethering, to rest in your own worth, unshaken by intermittent applause. You're not the problem for wanting clarity. You're not weak for refusing the silent test. You're not cold for stepping back from the carousel. You're simply choosing your own peace. True freedom comes when you break the loop, when you refuse to chase her approval and instead chase your own stability, when you replace frantic gestures with firm, calm boundaries. Consider David's choice. After calling Sarah that night, he didn't barrage her with messages. He didn't plan another elaborate surprise. He simply waited, on his own terms. In the days that followed, he texted when he felt like it, not when he thought she needed it. He honored his hobbies, reading at dusk, meeting friends for coffee, going for morning runs, instead of tailoring every hour to her schedule. Some of the old patterns surfaced, a craving for her praise, a pull to fill silent gaps. But each time he chose differently. He paused, breathed, and remembered that his worth wasn't tied to her next compliment. Boundaries became his new love language. A simple, "I need Sunday mornings for myself." A calm, "Let's talk when we both feel ready." A gentle, "I care about you, but I won't chase your attention." Those phrases carried weight. They weren't ultimatums. They were invitations to mutual respect. And for the first time, Sarah noticed his rhythm. Not frantic, but steady. Not desperate, but present. You can practice this too. Name your need. "I need time to think." Speak it calmly. No blame, no drama. Hold your ground, even if she hesitates. Each step rewrites the pattern. Each firm breath reclaims your center. David discovered that true connection doesn't require proving yourself anew every day. It thrives on honesty, delivered with kindness. It deepens when both people feel safe to say no, and to still feel loved. Affirm now, silently in your mind. "I honor my needs as much as hers. I choose presence over performance. I break the cycle with steady clarity." Feel your chest rise. Feel your heartbeat steady. You are free. In this calm space, know that breaking free is not the end of caring. It's the start of real respect. Rest here in that truth.